off that now or better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. No boy remorse, no cases pinned.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Off-play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, we've got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks. And that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up.
And the pressure gets to him again. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
They certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. A handoff left, Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Again, it's Elliott. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Open man is Noah Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he over.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
4 yards remain for second down. They go play action now. Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And Jackson throwing once more. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Jackson will keep it, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On play action, Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Taken in at the 11. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That's probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
We're going to 53. We'll go 47.
Prescott now. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Jackson to throw.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Man open is Robinson.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there, and the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Jackson.
That one complete to Prochet.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
James Prochet.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Got a man. It's Brown. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fourth down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To the air again, Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A quick throw here out to Brown. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Prescott.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott yet again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. That run successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Now they go screen, it's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson buying time to his left. That is caught, Bateman, and he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson to throw. Incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Connecting with Andrews. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard and it brings up 4th. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now Elliott. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Marr now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead out to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make